The Agnipath recruitment scheme for short-term induction of personnel in the Army, Navy and Air Force, the Union Home Ministry has taken an important decision regarding the recruitment of ex-Agniveers. 10% of posts of constables will be reserved for former Agniveers in the CISF and the BSF in line with the decision by the Union Home Ministry. Accordingly, the CISF is also preparing the process of recruitment for ex-Agniveers. The Chief of the Central Industrial Security Force has stated that 10% of jobs will be reserved for ex-Agniveers in all future appointments of constables. Earlier in June 2022, the government had rolled out the Agnipath recruitment scheme to bring down the age profile of the three services. Amidst the ongoing debate over the Agniveer scheme, several opposition parties, including the Congress, had been targeting the government over the scheme, wondering what will happen to 75% of Agniveers after their 4-year tenure ends, as only 25% of total recruits will be retained for 15 years. Ayush Sharma is joining us for more details on this story. Ayush, these are fresh guidelines that have been issued now by the government. Take us through the details.
Well, yes, Uday, a very good morning to you and our audience. Coming to this news, the Union Home Ministry has announced 10% reservation for vacancies within Central Armed Police Force for ex-Agniveers. And CISF has made all the preparations in this regard, told to us by the CISF DG Neha Singh, adding now a 10% of the post in constable recruitment will be reserved for Agniveer. BSF DG Nitin Agrawal has said that they are preparing soldiers. Nothing can be better than this. All forces will benefit from this, and Agniveers will get 10% reservation in recruitment too. Also, CRPF DG Anish Dayal Singh has said all arrangements have been made to recruit former Agniveers in CRPF. Agniveers have learned discipline while in the army. With this arrangement, they will have trained and disciplined personnel from day one, and the first batch of Agniveers will be given 5-year age relaxation in CRPF too. Also, the SSB DG Daljit Singh has said that the 10% constable vacancies have been reserved for former Agniveers, and the first batch will be given 5-year age relaxation in SSB too, and they will not be required to undergo any physical efficiency test. So we can clearly see that all these agencies, all these security forces are giving relaxation to Agniveers, giving them reservation, giving them age relaxation, which will somehow promote the idea among youth to join the armed forces via Agniveer. Also, the RPF Director General Manoj Yadav has said that there will be 10% reservation for former Agniveers for the post of constable in Railway Protection Force too. Since the RPF is among the one of the major serving forces, the RPF is protecting the entire railway network of India, which is among the one of the largest railway networks in Asia. The RPF is very excited about the welcoming new former Agniveers, and this will give new strength, energy and boost morale to the force, said by the RPF Director General Manoj Yadav. Over to you there.
Absolutely, Ayush, this comes, of course, even as this scheme continues to attract criticism from opposition parties.
Well, yes, see, there were criticisms about, there still are criticism about Agniveers from the opposition parties, but we must not forget that this Agniveer demand is from the army itself, and no one should go against the demand of the army. This demand was fulfilled.
Ayush, stay with us. Colonel J.S. Sodhi, defense expert, also joins us on the broadcast. Colonel Sodhi, your reaction to these fresh guidelines issued by the government on recruitment of Agniveers?
It's an honor to be on an esteemed channel. The fresh guidelines issued by the Home Ministry and with the chiefs of various Central Armed Police Forces have said that they will take 10% of their sanctioned strength as Agniveers, and there will be no physical test for these Agniveers, is a good and a welcome step in case this scheme has to be made successful. Because until unless a soldier is not guaranteed of his next employment in the short 12-year service that he'll be doing in the Indian Armed Forces, in the last 2 years of his service, he'll be pretty much burden of what is going to happen to him, what his fate will be. So I think it is a very welcome step by the Home Ministry as well as by the chiefs of all the armed police forces.
Do you believe that more such modifications are needed in the light of criticism that this scheme has attracted, Colonel Sodhi?
Yes, definitely more and more changes are required because that is the need of the scheme. In the initial thing, which it was announced on 14 June 2022, would have greatly impacted the combat potential of the Indian Armed Forces, and that is why the Department of Military Affairs under the Chief of Defence Staff ordered a study on 23rd May this year and asked all the three services to submit their submissions for any changes required. The changes have been submitted. Also, the Government of India has ordered a 10-ministry inter-ministerial meeting of a committee to look into this. So I'm sure that the government of India and the Indian Armed Forces are making and are working together to make this scheme more and more attractive. At the same time, to ensure that the combat potential of the Indian Armed Forces is not denuded at any stage.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.